Hello Sagittarius, welcome to my channel, Love It or More. This will be your October 2022 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. I'll do 20 seconds of the sound bowl just to tune into the energy. Please be mindful that it is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. And if it does resonate with you, do please like, subscribe, comment and share. And personal readings are available. You can check out my website in the description box below or loveitormore.com. We'll do 3 piles. First pile, current energy starting the month of October. Middle pile will be anything that's unseen, any challenges or obstacles. And then the final pile will be the outcome for the month. So let's just tune into the energy. So if you'd like to take a nice breath in. And exhale. Okay, Sagittarius, let us see what October has in store for you. All right, we'll get some themes of each aspect. Some major arcanas here from the Good Tarot deck by Colin Baron Reed. What's the current energy for Sagittarius starting October 2020? Oh, we've got 2 cards. Good Lord, you're kidding. Ha! Fortune's Wheel and the Sun in one. Fortune, fortune, fortune. Thank you very much. Fortune's Wheel is a timing card as well. So it's really the time that you are having the light shone on you. The sun is shining in your favor. Prosperity, abundance, the spring in your step, all the good stuff. The sun is the most positive card in the deck. So you're really starting off the month in a very strong position. What's the unseen for Sagittarius? Thank you. The World. So something that you don't see right now is actually coming full cycle to a close. Okay, this talks about celebration, completion of a major chapter in your life, a major cycle in your life, the time to reflect and celebrate, and it also promises reward. Okay, could be physical, spiritual, emotional, any which way. Let us get the outcome for the month of October for you. What's the outcome for Sagittarius, please? Thank you. That one definitely wanted to come out. The Empress, my goodness, this looks really positive so far. Empress is really working with the space of unconditional love, fertility, creation, creativity, communication, working with that heart space. 3 is a catalyst number. Anything she puts her hand to, she can make happen. Really positive. Jeez Louise. Right, so I'm going to be using my deck here, which is the Love It or More deck. Only one of a kind in existence because I haven't had it published yet. So all my own artwork, yay. Okay. Let's go to Fortune's Wheel and the Sun. Can we clarify Fortune's Wheel and the Sun, please? For Sagittarius, thank you. We have 7 of Swords, illumination from someone that perhaps been a little bit cunning, a little bit sneaky energy, perhaps. What else do we have, please? Queen of Pentacles. Okay. She knows where she stands. She's extremely resourceful. She's got the earth at her fingertips, so to speak, because she can manage both business and home equally with just the 1 pentacle. Quite domesticated as well. Could be an earth sign, obviously. What else do we have, please? Thank you. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Multitasking, working extremely hard. Maybe being a bit of a goddess energy, remember, non-gender specific. Knight of Cups, someone offering you a cup of love and a gesture of love, gratitude, appreciation. from the heart space, and then the Six of Swords. So Six of Swords is moving on to calmer waters in the emotional body. Right. So it feels to me that something that was a little bit unjust previously is now coming to full fruition, and you're going to be reaping the rewards of it. But I will clarify further. Let's just move on to the World card. Let's see what this closure is all about for you. The end of the cycle. Why is the World card here, please, for Sagittarius? Thank you. Queen of Swords. Hallelujah. You're stepping into your power in terms of speaking your truth, being not beating around the bush. You see that the Queen of Swords, she's ethereal, she's light. Because she's an air element, okay? But she's light because she's not weighed down by emotional ties or kind of physical ties to the degree where she feels bound by others. When she speaks her mind, she does so with complete logic, and she is her own authentic self. She's her own truth. She speaks her truth. So because of that, she doesn't need to feel emotionally tied to anything, because it is what it is, right? And she doesn't get that way without experiencing all these emotional situations in the past. But she arrives at the point of kind of not black or white, but it's more like it is what it is. So let's deal with that rather than make more of it. She deals with the clarity, the truth, the facts. Okay. What else? We have Ace of Cups. So this is brand new love. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic love. This could be something that really kind of emotionally stirs you on, something that brand new. You haven't experienced this before, and it's very, very exciting. And this is something that has, that you're now ready to embark on now that you've ended this chapter previously. And then we have the 10 of Wands. Okay, so that's that finality of the World card being the end of a cycle in numerology, and number 10 is also an ending. So it may mean, because the World card often talks about you're at the end of a cycle, or you're just approaching, you can see the end of cycle in view, you're just about there. And then the 10 of Wands, he's got his big load there that he's been carrying. He's a little bit tired and the sun is drawing to a close in the distance, but he's just taking a quick little breather before he crosses a bridge. And when he crosses the bridge over to the other side, he now arrives at his ace. So it makes sense that we have a 10 and a 1 all in one. And what it's doing for you is putting you in a real space of honesty, clarity within yourself and within others. Let's go to the Empress, the outcome. Whoa! I suppose we do want that. I don't know now. Let's take two. Let's take these two. 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands. Oh, so we've got 2s and then 3. 2 of Wands and 2 of Pentacles under the Empress card. Okay. So 2 of Pentacles can talk about a little bit of a balancing act, okay? If you look at the ducks in the water in the background, I mean, they always look like they're gliding above the water, but underneath the water surface, their feet are going mental, okay? And he has trained for this position. So even though he's got his 2 medals, sometimes it's a little bit of a balancing act, and sometimes he's using all his resources to figure out what's what. Then we have the 2 of Wands, which he stood at the shore of an ocean, and he is looking out to sea, deciding which ship is going to come in for him or which ship he's choosing to go on, okay? Because both of them go and lead in different directions. So he's at the brink of discovery. He's ready to take the next step. So it feels like that's happening for you in that creative source, where it feels like maybe as you end one cycle in October and you're ready to take it to the next level, but moving with the space of love and creativity, you're trying to also work out, well, where is the best place to invest my energy, and what can I actually really fit in my time scale, because I'm already kind of balancing a lot, I'm already kind of juggling a lot. Let us go deeper. So, the Seven of Swords, this little sneaky character here. Why is the Seven of Swords here, please? Thank you. We've got Knight of Cups and Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so I would say this this really seems to me like somebody else who is a bit young and silly. Perhaps I would, for some reason I'm just picking up that this person, it's somebody else that perhaps you've invested some time and energy into, but I would say that they were a little bit sneaky, and I would say that they're probably a little bit immature, emotionally immature. But there will be a turnaround. So as it relates to whatever that was done kind of maybe behind a veil, behind a curtain, kind of in secrecy, you will get a reward from it, because it's under Fortune's wheel and the Sun. So you will get you will get recompensed for it, because it does feel pretty sneaky to me. What's this Queen of Pentacles all about, please? Who is this? I feel like it's your energy and you're taking charge of what your resources are. You're becoming a lot more kind of multi-skilled, multifaceted, particularly because we follow with this Eight of Pentacles. A lot of feminine energy here, divine feminine energy. And it doesn't matter, because we have both masculine and feminine within us. You know, we just sometimes use a little bit more than the other sometimes, you know. But feminine energy is all about creation and receiving. It's internal body, whereas masculine is external action, you know. Queen of Pentacles, please. What's this Queen of Pentacles all about, please? Thank you. Ah, Nine of Swords. Ah, what else? So that's anxiety there. Perhaps some sleepless nights. I think perhaps where you have been struggling to remain resourceful with what you've got, you're still getting a payout, because we've got the Knight of Cups there and we've got the Knight of Cups there. So you're getting some sort of reward, and it doesn't feel really kind of monetary just yet. It doesn't feel like it's really to do with money. This looks like apologies. This looks like something that's going to lift you up emotionally, and perhaps you've been kind of where you have been a little bit struggling with what resources you have. When I talk about resources, I'm talking about money. I'm talking about kind of facilities, amenities, people in your life, your tribe, your group, your family, support, resources in the form of support. There has been a little bit of worry about that, but you're starting to recognize, as an apology comes in, because I do feel an apology is coming in for you, you're starting to recognize, actually, I have more support in me than I thought I did. More resources. And the Hermit, lovely. Okay, so as you realize that, because obviously the Hermit realizes things because it's enlightenment, you're kind of recognizing, oh, I understand now that what I was actually worrying about and was anxious about was I was actually more protected than I realized. Okay, because all of a sudden I know I can be barefoot in a jungle and still have the support I need. Okay, I feel like the support is definitely raining in on you, and with that comes this understanding of where your internal anxiety lay beforehand. Okay, worrying about what other people think of you, worrying about what the outcome will be if you speak up, that sort of energy, and you're starting to recognize that. Now let's go to the Eight of Pentacles, because you've been working extremely hard. We've got Four of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Okay, so as you've been working really, really hard, I do feel like this is a good thing for you to do. You're probably going to be a little bit exhausted, but actually it's a good time at the moment to keep your cards close to your chest. Also, see if you can make sure that you're saving money a little bit, because I feel like with the Two of Wands there, there's going to, once you get beyond the world, you're going to want to put you're going to want to make a different sort of investment. So the person that you invested in previously, who perhaps wasn't very loyal, They may come in with an apology and all that sort of stuff, but I see that it's important for you that if you work hard, continue to work hard and maybe explore some higher learning, I do feel like it's going to pay off for you long term, particularly because we're leading into it in October. So be a little bit careful with spending, I would say, because you are at the same time, you're starting to look out to the horizon and kind of go, well, what's next in my agenda? What's next in my chapter? What's next in my life path? And it's coming for you sooner than you think. So before you're 100% sure on what that is, kind of just squirrel it away. Knight of Cups, please. Can we clarify the Knight of Cups? Whoa, we've got loads. We've got the Devil card there, which could talk about Capricorn. We've got the Star. Wow, we got Majors. Wow, we got the Star, we got the High Priestess, 9 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. Would you look at that? I mean, it really doesn't get much more positive than that. Holy moly. Yes, we got the Devil card, but this is very interesting. Oh. See, what I'm seeing here, I mean, this is all under Fortune's wheel and the Sun. So the Star card talks about great healing, popularity. The High Priestess is like, she's really kind of in a vibe, really kind of intuitively getting connecting with her higher self, understanding things beneath the level, beneath the kind of what's in front of her. She's seeing beyond what people are speaking. 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. 10 of Pentacles is sense of security. Maybe it's a windfall of money, all of those sorts of things. I would say that the only thing that's regarding the Devil here is because all of these are extremely powerful, extremely positive. I do feel like this could be a love interest coming on in for you. So if you're looking for love, wow, it is stable and lovely. But I would say perhaps a little bit extreme on one side. So for example, if you've not been with someone for a while and love comes knocking on your door, there may be the tendency to go from one extreme to another. So again, the Devil talks about extremes of energies, you know, like 2 glasses of wine a night, fine. 2 bottles of wine a night, toxic. So anything can lead to a bit of a toxic energy. But the Devil also talks about sometimes being kind of controlled or suppressed as well. So I'll just be a little bit careful. So all you need to do here really is just make sure that you know that while it's healing for you and exciting for you and feel secure, just be aware that the Knight of Cups, it could even be the same person, but the Knight of Cups, someone who's offering something from the heart space, let's say that, because it doesn't have to be new love. It could be a friend offering something lovely, offering money that is really your wish fulfillment, and it allows you to have faith in the future. All of these things, if you can just be mindful that it doesn't come with any strings attached. That's all I would say. Okay, so the strings attached might be something that make sure that if someone is loaning you money for a business venture, for example, make sure you just write it down on a piece of paper when they expect it, what the terms of that contract might be or condition would be. If it's a love interest, it would be something that even if there's lots of love come flying in, make sure that it doesn't become a little bit obsessive, a little bit possessive, like too much jealousy involved. Things like that. So it's extremely positive and in moderation perfect. It could even be coming from someone like a Capricorn or a water sign as well, but more so Capricorn. So I would just be very careful that that's wonderful and that's good, and it's under these 2 strong cards, which so it's definitely a good time for you. But make sure the High Priestess, make sure you invoke the High Priestess within yourself and ensure that intuitively you're not getting carried away into within a cloud, you know. Make sure that you keep your feet firmly on the ground too. Now the 6 of Swords, let's clarify the 6 of Swords. Where's the 6 of Swords here? Oh, nice. We've got the Sun again. Oh, and we've got the 7 of Swords again. Very interesting. Okay, so you're moving on to calmer waters, quite clear for me. Moving on to calmer waters because this treachery that was done before, anyone who kind of pulled the wool over your eyes, took you for granted, stole your ideas, whatever the case may be, because it is a general reading, you are now much calmer in your headspace because that has been brought to light, that has been illuminated. Okay, illuminated over there, illuminated over here, and that brings you peace of mind. So it's a really beautiful start to the month of October. Let's go to the Queen of Swords. Can we clarify the Queen of Swords, please? That's a lot of cards, but we'll take them. Jumped on the floor, we have the Page of Cups. Okay. Then we have the World, we have the Tower, the Four of Wands, and the Four of Cups. Okay. So, it does feel to me like whatever, I'd be very much aware of false promises. Okay, so even if something is offered to you, remember I said get the conditions and the terms written down on paper or some sort of recording aspect, whatever this arrangement is. If it's a partnership where there's love involved, a new situation, again, be very, very careful that there's not too much kind of obsession involved with it, because I do feel like you're at the stage now in October where you have no choice but to speak your truth, 100%. Because we have this Page of Cups again, we've got the Knight of Cups and Page of Cups, so we've got another offer coming in, but it ends, it brings the ending, because we've got the World card twice, right? So something is definitely coming to an end, but it could disrupt the situation. So if it was something that happened at work where someone was a bit sneaky, it will cause the system at work to crumble a little bit and maybe restructure. Okay, and while that needs to happen, it comes to the end of a particular chapter. If it's something where it's regarding kind of a loved one who was perhaps a little bit sneaky or shady to some degree, again, that's brought something crumbling down that you thought was happening in a certain way, even if you thought that was kind of a happy lifestyle moving forward, even if it was like a holiday that you booked and someone kind of didn't pay their part or whatever, there is regret from that, there is sorrow with that, but know within yourself that you're at a stage now where you're speaking your truth, and that's it. You're being blunt about it. There's no point beating around the bush. Okay, let's go to this Ace of Cups, please. This brand new emotional fulfillment or start, beginning. Because I don't want you to end up being, oh no, I can't. That's too many. It's too many cards, Spirit. I just can't. It's covered in cards here. Covered in cards. It's just too many. Can we be a little bit more clearer, please, Spirit? Because this is getting a bit silly now. Right. Ace of Cups, please. Can we clarify the Ace of Cups? Thank you. That's better. Oh, the Lover's card and the Chariot. Maybe you are taking that step forward with that new person. So this could obviously refer to this Knight of Cups coming in for you, where you're ready to drive forward with it. Okay, regardless of what. You're ready to say, you know what? I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, I know the good points, I know the bad points, I don't care, I'm going with it, I'm running with it, this is victorious because it's a choice. Now the Lover's card is also the choice card, and it's also about passion. Sometimes it can also talk about a third party situation, but I'm not feeling that heavily over here. I feel like whatever this new beginning was, there's something that's been it's like a new beginning for you, because it's under the World card. So the World card ends this whole cycle over here, and then you have this new beginning. So I do feel perhaps you meet this person first, but again, be very careful that it's like not, you know, in any sort of honeymoon stage, things become quite extreme very quickly. So you got to make sure, like, it's wonderful, it's exciting, but sometimes you can have a little crash following that. So just be careful of that. But I do feel like this situation here with this Tower moment and this this Eight of Cups was to do the Five of Cups was to do with this element of treachery over there. So I do feel they're different people. And this is really kind of you coming to that point of like, you know what, I'm going to run with this now. I've ended that cycle and I'm ready to charge forward. If this was not to do with kind of a new romance or new kind of love situation, it's a choice of whether you really take that offer, that new beginning, which is making you quite excited in the heart space, and run with it. So that could be a new venture in life. That could be a new relocation, physically or metaphorically, but it's like a relocation to something else, because it's a Chariot. It's a movement card, meaning that it could be a new place you're living, a new job, anything like that. But it's something that's got a lot of passion, and that has been rewarded to you from Spirit. And then as you say yes to those things, you're also saying no to the end of the road of this last chapter. This Ten of Wands, please. What are the final burdens that Sagittarius need to close off? Seriously, Spirit, I need small. There's too many cards. Too many cards. There's a lot happening for you guys. Ten of Wands, please. Thank you. It's better. Strength and the Eight of Swords. Well, I absolutely love that. Okay, because what you're saying goodbye to is you're saying goodbye to self-sabotage, or you're saying goodbye to where you've been feeling trapped. Okay, and you've just got, it's just, you're really just close at the end of the level with that. So it's just taking a little bit more perseverance, a little bit more determination to get to the other bridge, the end of the bridge. And what that means is anything of this previous chapter that you need to close off, be them contracts, notice periods, bills that need to be paid, people that you need to see to say goodbye, anything like that. There's a final burden, the final responsibility that needs to be done, which will take a bit more of your strength and power out of you, but it is to free you. It's so that you're no longer feeling trapped. Okay, so as we move on to the outcome for the month, you're in a very creative mode, which is wonderful, because you say goodbye. Once we have a clean slate, which the World card always brings us, we're now ready to get creative with what we want to bring into our lives in our next chapter. And you're trying to figure that out with how much you can actually balance and juggle, and kind of which way direction to go. So let's go to the Two of Pentacles. Can we clarify the Two of Pentacles? Thank you. Judgment. Judgment. Well, that makes sense. You're trying to judge what the next thing is. Is it something that you want to resurrect from the past? Not so sure, because the Judgment is a major arcana, and it's life will never be the same again, whatever that judgment call is you make. So how much do you want to continue balancing, let's say? What is actually causing a lot of strain in your life? Okay, how can you remove some of the strain in your life? Where do you want the sun to be shining a bit more? What else do we have for the Two of Pentacles, please? Two of Pentacles, please. What are they judging? Whether to take that new adventure, the Fool, happy days. So the Fool card happens after the World happens. So in the Major Arcanas, you start at the Fool, which is a 0, marking potential. So it's like an egg ready to be hatched. Okay, and you end the Major Arcana with the World card. So you're really trying to judge, okay, well, what venture? It's a leap of faith here. And you're now trying to suss out in your creative, birthing, fertile kind of Empress energy, what is that? What is my new venture looking like for me? Okay, what is a judgment call? Because whatever I decide now, I'm on a new direction, a new trajectory. Okay, and I need to make sure that I can 100% commit to it and not be 1 foot in the old and 1 foot in the new. So you kind of, it feels like a bit of a balancing act here, but I do feel like you're ready to kind of let go of the burdens, step down onto the ground and take a new leap of faith. Anything else? Thank you. We have 8 of Wands, and then we have the 7 of Cups. So whatever, even though there may be a few options available to you with that 8 of Cups, sample each option. But I do feel like whatever, it feels like it's a win-win, because whatever decision you make is going to be prosperous for you, because that 8 of Wands there, which can sometimes also talk about air travel and movement forward. But I do feel like it's sometimes to be in that creative space is not to decide 100% right away where you're going to end up. It's about kind of sampling many things. So perhaps it's a case of being in the full energy of searching for new opportunities, but perhaps it's about kind of traveling to a few different places to see what that means for you. Okay, so this feels more like a sampling aspect, just like having a taster here, having a taster there, having a taste there, so that you don't have to 100% commit. You're still in that creative phase. You're still in that kind of phase where many mistakes can go wrong because you're not fully committed. So that's great, but you're fully committed to the cause. Okay, and the cause is, I know I'm getting into a new chapter in my life. Where is it taking me? 2 of Wands, please. Can we clarify the 2 of Wands? Thank you. Ace of Wands. Oh, 5 of Swords and the 9 of Wands here. Okay. So you want to step forward. You want to make the right decision, but don't worry about it. I feel like you're a bit too worried about it. You're so scared that if you pick the wrong ship, you know, on the shore. I see you standing at the shore. He has 2 ships to choose from. He's a bit worried about, like, if you pick the wrong ship, what does that mean? You don't have to stay on that ship. You can just go to the next port and get another one. So I would say you got the Ace of Wands, which is great. A new opportunity, new va-va-voom, new excitement, new business opportunity available for you. But I think the thing is that you don't make the mistake of winning at all costs just to prove it to anybody else. All you need to do is prove it to yourself. Okay, so it may be that you're feeling a little bit, the choice here is to make sure that you sample a few things before committing 100%, because you're still in the creative energy. So you don't have to 100%. You're tasting things, you're tasting ideas. Because if you try and go all the way in one aspect, you might find that you feel a bit wounded, and perhaps you kind of what's the word? You fast-tracked a whole cycle that you didn't need to do. The reason I'm saying that is because traditionally, yeah, the 2 of Wands here. So we've got the 2 of Wands here and the 2 of Wands here. Now, traditionally, he's at the top of his castle. He's had many experiences, but he realized that he fast-tracked it and he didn't smell the roses. So he's standing there with the globe in his hand, ready to move on again and try a new cycle of his life, right? But he doesn't want to fast-track it. He wants to enjoy and nurture the whole experience. So it feels to me like if you were to jump the gun too quickly and feel like it's a total commitment by winning at all costs, okay, it feels like you're going to arrive in a wounded state too quickly. It feels like it will be too quick of a jump. So the outcome for the month of October, because so much is happening for you, is that make the decision to sample, make the decision to have a taster of many different avenues as it relates to work, okay, as it relates to matters of the heart. You don't have to be committing. Nothing is set in stone at the moment, all right? You can still be playing with new ideas because you have the rewards to do so. You have the opportunity to do so, and we don't always get those opportunities. Yes, it may be a bit of a balancing act, but I do feel like you're able to do that. Right, let us get a card from Spirit. Some guidance, please, for Sagittarius for October. Thank you. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Okay. So again, you don't have to be super serious about this new direction that you're in. It's still in its creative stages. It's still in its kind of bubbling stages. Nothing has been molded yet. It's still that soft clay. So you can allow yourself some respite. You can allow yourself the time just to kind of take a breather, because the World card always says make sure that you take a breather to reflect on the previous cycle. Celebrate it, reward yourself, and take a good breather before you step into the full energy. But even when you step into the full energy, it's excitable, it's fun, it's enjoyable. It's not serious, you know, it's enthusiastic, it's childlike, okay? So slow it down a bit because you've been through a bit of a battering over here, okay? Yes, it's all coming right for you, but it's been on such a high velocity. I don't know what, velocity? Okay, such a high velocity that you need to just kind of pump the brakes a little bit and enjoy the malleability of life by the end of October and moving into November. So that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope it wasn't too cryptic. I hope it resonated. If you did like this, please do like, subscribe, comment and share. And if you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my website, loveItOrMore.com. Okay, take care. I'll see you next time. Bye.